Hello, welcome to ExpressandStar.com. My name's Johnny Drew. I'm here at Molineux with ENS's Wolves correspondent Liam Keane. A very happy Liam Keane after Wolves have got Derby Day success. They've beaten Aston Villa by 1-0, courtesy of Toti Gomez's first half header. Liam, Wolves had to defend for long periods. They've got the win. They're on to 40 points. Probably good value for it, isn't it?
Yeah, that is a huge 3 points, by the way. Toti Gomez's first goal in a Wolves shirt. Shouldn't be his first goal if you remember the Liverpool FA Cup farce, but it is officially his first goal in a Wolves shirt, and what a time to get it. He was excellent today, as were, I could go through the majority of the team. But Wolves weren't at their clinical best. They didn't carve out loads of chances. They weren't amazing going forward, albeit the forwards actually played well. It's a difficult one to explain. But they were organised, they were determined, they were compact. They restricted Villa to, albeit they created some good chances, to not a lot of clear-cut ones, and Wolves earned that 3 points. That's the best way to put it. They really put the shift in to get those 3 points, and it's now, as you say, puts them on 40 points. They would need to lose their next 3 and have Everton and Forest win their 4 to go down, and it's as close to 100% safe as you can be without being there.
Obviously, we all know what happened last week in the disaster at Brighton. Was it a case of today, Wolves were so compact today, Villa are a very good attacking side, they're on a very good run of form, but Wolves seemed to sort of crowd them out at times.
Yeah.
If you'd have chucked a brick on Craig Dawson, would have headed that as well as the ball. They were just so defensively solid today, and didn't really, apart from the Tyrone Mings chance in the second half, Villa didn't really have anything too clear cut, complete chalk and cheese compared to Brighton.
No, spot on. You mentioned there, and I was going to pick him out anyway, Craig Dawson was absolutely wonderful today. He's like a magnet to the ball, won absolutely everything. And I can't only pick him out because Kilman, very good. Semedo and Totti, very, very good. Lamina in midfield, excellent. Neves as well. I could go through most of the team. Nunes worked really hard today and won a lot of important tackles and looked after the ball really well today. But Dawson, I have to pick out on his own. Magnet to the ball, won everything. So many blocks, so many headers. And when it relieves the pressure, when you're holding on to a lead, it's invaluable, especially for the kind of money Wolves paid for him and what he's done alongside Lopetegui and the other January signings to get Wolves from bottom at Christmas, 10 points from 15 games to 40 points now. It's an incredible turnaround. Dawson, as well as the other signings and Lopetegui, played a massive part in that.
Diego Costa today as well had a really big chance early in that second period where he could have killed the game off, but take that out of his performance. I thought he led the line well. Cunha sort of a couple of moments where he could have done a little bit better, but the front two sort of stretched the game at times in that second half as well, sort of took the pressure off Wolves, and Wolves had a bit more possession in the second half. Yeah,
definitely. They created a few more chances in that second half. Neto grew into the game in the second half as well and had a good sort of 20-25 minute spell until he came off. Good signs all round. Costa, he's not the most mobile. He's not going to charge down and win you, at a high press and win the ball deep in their half. And he's not going to run beyond a defender with pace. But he held the ball up. He linked others. He brought others into play. Him and Cunha worked really well together. And he's a scrapper as well. I mean, he got in there with Mings. He got in there with Moreno in the second half. And he just puts the other team under a bit of pressure. And he helped Wolves today, really did. Cunha as well. Lost the ball a few times in that second half before he came off. But overall, linked up really, really nicely. And it was a lot tidier on the ball than he has been in other games. So even though they weren't at their most potent going forward, they helped Wolves get the result by the way they led the line. And that's a real key one today, because Wolves had to defend. And they did that really well. And it starts from the front.
You've hit that 40 point right now, a little bit of pressure off. Obviously not mathematically confirmed, but how do you think Julian Lopetegui now will approach these final games? Obviously, you'll want to get it mathematically confirmed as soon as possible, but what is the target for? Is it trying to take consistency into next season now that this is all boxed off, or what will he be looking to do in those final games?
Well, in the press conference on Thursday, Lopetegui was a little bit snappy. He's always nice, charming. Will answer some things, won't answer other things, but he was a little bit feisty on Thursday. Wasn't enjoying the questions about Wolves being almost safe. I think off the back of a 6-0 defeat, I can understand that. But even now, we're going to go speak to him in a second. I'd be very surprised if he says we're safe, because even though it's not mathematical, it is right on the edge of being mathematical. I mean, it's so close without being there.
Well, no one with 40 points, I don't think. As well.
No, exactly. And I'd be very surprised if he comes out and says we're safe now. So his way of working since he's arrived at Wolves, and I think is what he'll do in the next few games, with 3 games to go. Take one game as it comes, focus on getting Wolves out of trouble, achieve this big aim that he keeps talking about, staying up, enjoy that, and then move into what's going to be a big summer and an opportunity to rebuild.
A few beers tonight to celebrate? Almost celebrate?
I might have a couple. I'll have a couple. Why not?
I'm sure you Wolves fans will have a few as well tonight. Wolves are on 40 points. No one has ever gone down with 40 points in the Premier League, so they are all but safe here. And it's come with a Derby Day win over Villa. Final score at Molineux: Wolves 1, Villa 0. All the rest of your reaction to today's game, head over to expressandstar.com.